We begin tonight with a very busy radar, with flooding being a major concern across Central Florida. Here's a live look out at downtown Orlando, where you can see it's just a gloomy gray day in the City Beautiful. Good evening. Happy Sunday, everybody. I'm Jesse Pagan alongside First Warning meteorologist Marquise Mita here. Marquise, it's going to be a soggy rest of the evening.
Yeah, soggy rest of the evening, and we'll carry the wet weather pattern into the start of our work week, Jesse. But looking at our live radar right now, we're starting to see some stronger storms pop up across the I-95 corridor where sea breeze collisions are taking place. But here's a look at your live flight data, in which the delays have piled up to over 150 with 2 cancellations currently. That's the flight information moving into Central Florida right now, where we are still seeing those heavier showers here across the land. Heavy showers which have piled up over 3 inches of rain in select areas, and we'll continue to watch the showers as we move across the rest of your evening tonight. Rain is going to be a consistent nuisance, but the strength of the storms will die down after sunset. Where we do have some of the strongest rain showers, that's across Flagler County. In fact, we do have an active flood advisory in place. This will remain in effect until 6:45, but we've seen consistent showers over the last 12 hours, piling anywhere between 2 and 4 inches of total precipitation. Further out towards the south, we're watching the showers come into New Smyrna Beach across Volusia County, Oak Hill. You guys are watching those showers too across the I-95 corridor. Here inside the City Beautiful, lighter rain across the I-4 corridor, but we had some strong storms move across the area already. So out towards Winter Park, we've collected upwards of 2 to 3 inches of rain. And as we head towards the east and the south, here's where we're showing some stronger showers and storms. Cape Canaveral, your area, and further towards the south, this is the strongest storm that we have at the moment. We could have some gusts up to 50 miles per hour inside of this thunderstorm pushing out towards the east. We'll continue to monitor this just in case it does become severe, but more rain lies ahead of us tomorrow. I'll be tracking it all coming up on Futurecast in the next 15 minutes.
All right, Marquise, I'm taking a live look at Orlando International Airport, where the weather is impacting thousands of people. Right now, every airline is seeing major delays at Orlando International, with more than 400 flights running behind. West 2's Soneca Rodriguez live at MCO talking with people flying tonight. It's a rough start to the busy holiday travel week.
Yeah, Jesse, and on top of that, today is the second busiest of the 9-day travel period. A total of about 174 passengers are expected to come through here by the end of the day. And just over my shoulder to the left here, on the bright side, security lines are not terrible. The wait time is between 12 and 16 minutes you see there, and guess why? Almost every passenger here, they don't need to rush. At last check, FlightAware recorded about 452 flights being delayed. And when we got here about 2 hours ago, we heard a worker at an airline counter announce that every airline is impacted by the weather. And they also mentioned how lightning is the biggest concern. It is rainy season in Florida after all, and today is the start of the 4th of July holiday travel week. MCO expects to see a record number of passengers, about 1.4 million people between today and next Monday. And the delays right now, as you can imagine, are causing some headaches. One passenger told us he is going to miss his connecting flight to home.
The next flight to where we're going, we're trying to get home, is not until tomorrow morning. So we're either going to be stuck here or going to be stuck in Denver, because we're going all the way back to California.
It's kind of annoying because we're already here so early for the flight, so it getting delayed, we're having to stay here even longer. But it's okay because there's so many of us, so we can all just talk and have fun.
The busiest travel day is expected to be next Sunday, with an estimated 175,000 passengers coming through the terminals. And of course, if you're going to be flying to or from Central Florida, just be aware these hiccups, they can happen, especially with this rainy season. And make sure you get here. You are advised to get here at least 2 or 3 hours before your flight's departure time. Covering Orange County, live at Orlando International Airport, Soneca Rodriguez, West 2 News.
All right, tonight, yep, the rainy season can cause a headache. Hopefully everybody gets out soon. The First Warning weather team, of course, working around the clock, tracking storms. You can download the free West 2 app and turn on alerts so you can get the most up-to-date forecast for your neighborhood. New tonight, an Orlando woman is behind bars, accused of trying to run over a man with a stolen car. Investigators say this all happened on I-75 in Hillsborough County. FHP says there was a crash involving a pickup truck and a Dodge Challenger you see here. The witness says 20-year-old Armani Bellamy reversed the truck toward the Challenger, and that's when the driver of the car walked towards the truck. Detectives say Bellamy then pulled the truck forward and aggressively reversed towards that man. Investigators say she did that several times. Troopers later found out the truck was reported stolen. She's now facing several charges. This 18-year-old is in the Lake County Jail accused of shooting and killing another man. Detectives say Cameron Pickard shot 20-year-old Dante Copeland at a home on Tuskegee Street in the Carver Heights neighborhood of Leesburg. Investigators say the shooting stemmed from a fight between the two. Pickard's father turned him in, and he's facing multiple charges. He's in jail without bond. The estranged wife of suspended Osceola County Sheriff Marcos Lopez is also still in the Lake County Jail. Robin Severance Lopez is the most recent accused co-conspirator arrested in the racketeering case. There's a live look at the jail just a few days ago on Thursday. The suspended sheriff walked out of that door right there on bond. His defense attorneys will now focus on how they plan to defend Lopez in court against his felony racketeering and conspiracy charges. Robin's condition for bond is the same as her husband's was. She needs to prove to the state she has enough legal money to pay for her $400,000 bond. Detectives arrested 3 others in the case. Carol Cody, Sharon Fedrick, and Sheldon Weatherholt are all out of jail. All 3 pleaded not guilty to their charges. 2 people are still in the hospital tonight after a Port Orange home went up in flames. At last check, both are in critical condition. Here's a look at new drone video of the aftermath from that fire. Our crews went to the house today where you can see the damage left behind. Look at that. Neighbors recorded this video of the fire on Nash Lane early Saturday morning. The flames burned a car, shredded the roof, and left the house mostly ripped apart. Crews are still working to figure out what started the fire. 4 people are safe after a sailboat fire off the coast of Cape Canaveral. Video shows that black smoke right there and flames shooting from that boat about a mile offshore. No one was hurt. The U.S. Coast Guard is investigating what sparked the flames there. Meantime, on Miami Beach, a big boat fire there. This was the scene about 8 miles out from Key Biscayne around 10 this morning. Crews rescued 5 boaters. They're all expected to be okay there. New tonight, this video shows almost 60 guinea pigs found abandoned along a dead-end road in Orange County. West 2's Paula Tristan Aruda talked with the volunteers and groups now working to help them.
We just see about dozens of guinea pigs, and they're all just out. And the more you look, the more you saw.
It was Thursday afternoon when Hannah Kelly says her coworkers talked about guinea pig sightings at the end of Aerospace Parkway in Orange County. She decided to check it out, but she was not prepared for what she saw.
It was really heartbreaking to kind of see that, and there was really nothing that could be done, and the magnitude of it was pretty significant.
After getting in contact with a local pet rescue that was willing to take some in, she eventually also got in touch with Tara Jakovic with the Little Friends Guinea Pig Rescue of Brevard County.
So she was able to catch 5 and bring them to me. So I took them, and then there's a lot of other amazing people that volunteered to go out there and try to find them. Then my friend Ashley and Cassie from Space Coast Bunnies, they went out there yesterday and spent several hours and caught all the rest of them except for 2.
When we arrived there, we couldn't believe that all of the guinea pigs were just out by the road and running around. They were so hungry. It was so sad.
They found 3 guinea pigs that were dead, but they were able to catch 28 on Saturday. Ashley Berg says 25 were already caught before they got there. Although nobody knows how many were dumped initially and who dumped them, rescue organizations do have a message.
There's several rehoming pages like on Facebook or reach out to rescues. They're not meant to be out in the wild.
And they still need help.
We need fosters and adopters. Thankfully, last night we had a number of people reach out about fostering. We need help in the Brevard County. All of the rescues around Central Florida need help.
In Orange County, Paola Tristan-Aruda, WESH 2 News.
And we've reached out to Orange County Animal Services to see if they've heard about the situation, and we're waiting to hear back from them. Tomorrow, UCF will swear in its new police chief. Robin Griffin Kitzrow has more than 30 years of police experience. The current chief, Carl Metzger, will keep his job as Associate Vice President of Public Safety. The ceremony starts tomorrow afternoon at 3:15. Happening this week, dozens of new laws will go into effect on Tuesday. They include a variety of highly discussed topics, one being fluoride. This law will prevent local governments from adding the mineral to public drinking water. Another law is targeting super speeders, and the goal is to make the roads safer. The first offense is up to 30 days in jail and a fine of up to $500 or both. A second offense within 5 years could mean a 6-month license suspension, a $1,000 fine, and or 90 days in jail. And House Bill 255, known as Dexter's Law, which strengthens penalties for aggravated animal cruelty and ensures offenders face appropriate criminal penalties. Dexter's Law was named after a shelter dog that was killed in Pinellas County just days after being adopted. The law applies a 1.25 sentencing multiplier in cases of aggravated animal cruelty. It also mandates the creation of a searchable database that lists people convicted of animal abuse. In our nation's capital, lawmakers debating the high-stakes spending